Alright guys, today we'll be talking about my game preview for the upcoming week versus the Baltimore Ravens. Yup, we're on to the next one. I know, we just played yesterday. But guess what? We gotta move forward and we gotta keep going. And our first season home opener is upcoming versus the Ravens this upcoming Sunday. And we're gonna have to just forget about last week, use that as motivation to keep moving forward. So this upcoming week versus Baltimore, it should be a very interesting game. Starting off right away, their running back, J.K. Dobbins, is officially out for the season with a torn Achilles. So he will not be in this game. That means that they're going to be starting Gus Edwards. Most likely Justice Hill will get some rotations. And they're probably going to promote back up Melvin Gordon, player they actually put on their practice squad this offseason. Now, I will say overall-wise, the Ravens do not scare me as much as the Cleveland Browns did. They definitely are a great team. Don't get me wrong. I'm not going to sit here and tell you they're not a great team. But they had a lot of injuries last week. And I do want to go over these. So Ronnie Stanley had a knee injury last week. He is questionable for this game against us. Also, they had Tyler Lindenbaum, their center. He got rolled up on last week. He's also questionable going into this upcoming game. We have Marcus Williams, their free safety, who's questionable for this upcoming game versus us. J.K. Dobbins is officially out for the season. So it's going to be really interesting. We also have Mark Andrews, who actually was inactive for last week. Marlon Humphreys was inactive with a foot injury. He got foot surgery, so he might not play. Like, they might not have their left tackle, their center, right, on offense, their running back on offense, and then on defense, they might not have their star corner, star tight end on offense, Mark Andrews. Their star corner, their star free safety. This might be a huge break for us. I'll be honest with you. I never want to see injuries, and obviously injuries are always awful. But if we're ever going to, have the best case scenario versus a divisional opponent, this is the best case scenario, right? Is that all those guys are out, especially with our offense struggling as much as it did, this last week. Keep in mind, though, when we do play Baltimore this upcoming week, it's going to be in Paycor Stadium. The conditions should be good. I checked the weather report. It shouldn't be rainy. It should be perfect conditions. So we're going to have a game where Joe can grip the ball. And the weather's not going to impact us. And the field goals and the punting is going to be okay. And our defense, who honestly looked really good last week, should look really good this week. Against the Texans, the Ravens offense really did not look that crazy great. Lamar Jackson had 169 yards passing, 0 touchdowns, 1 interception. And I'm not trying to say, that our defense is going to play 1,000 times better than the Texans defense. I think the Texans defense, overall-wise, I think our defense is way better. But I think the Texans defense is still a solid unit. But again, it is a divisional matchup. It's an AFC North matchup. And when that comes down to it, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. They play us very, very well, just like the Browns played us yesterday very well. The Ravens also play us very well. Even last year in the wildcard playoffs without Lamar Jackson, they almost beat us. So again, it's going to be a tough game, man. It's really going to be a tough game. I will say with all those players potentially being out of this game, it gives us a a good advantage, I will say, going into this game. And again, we need everything we can get right now. Because if we can get past this game, right? And at the end of the day, again, tough game, but if we can get past this game with a win, we start the season 1-1. Then we play the Rams. We'll beat the Rams. Then we play the Titans. We'll beat the Titans. We play the Cardinals. We'll beat the Cardinals. Then we'll beat the Seahawks, right? Then we get a bye week. So if we can just get through this game, I am absolutely fine moving forward for the rest of this season. I think we'll be fine. No problem at all. These are the first 2 tough games of the season starting off right away. So all these injuries Baltimore is dealing with, it's really playing in our favor as much as humanly possible, right? Now, the good thing about the Ravens is they did lose Calais Campbell, Justin Houston, JPP this offseason. And other than Oweh, David Ajabu, and I think Tyus Bowser is not playing in this game. I had to check the injury report to see what's going on with him. He might be playing. I know Tyus Bowser. Actually, no. Yeah, he's not going to be playing week 2 against us. So another player who's going to be out against us is Tyus Bowser. And Keaton Mitchell is also out against us. So we are really getting bailed here. And we need it. We need it because I think we need our offense to get a game to get going. They don't really have that crazy of a pass rush. They have Justin, they have Ajabu, and they have Oweh. And that's really all they have. And I think Jonah Williams, Orlando Brown, I think we can really protect Joe against those guys. And as long as we give Joe time to throw this ball, you have good conditions. You're not scared of the pass rush here. We should be able to really open up this offense this week. And I say that in the most smallest terms as possible because again, it's a divisional matchup though, and you never know how those are going to go. They could have nobody out there, and it might still be a tough game because it's an AFC North matchup. But we should at least be able to play a lot better on offense this week and really game plan correctly. And also the good thing is, if everything works out correctly, we shouldn't have to worry about Joe moving the ball that much. But I will say, right now, keys to victory for this upcoming game, run the football. 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 Last week, our biggest issue was when we ran it, we looked good. But we stopped running it. We just stopped. And we got to get that run game going. That's one of the keys to victory. Get the run game going early and often. That's how you control the time of possession. So you control the game. So you set up play action. When it's 3rd and 5 and you throw 40 yards down the field, guess what? If you were running the ball effectively the whole game, that would work. Because then they would think, oh, they might be running the ball. You hit them with a play action pass, go deep. They're not expecting that. That's number 1. Run the ball effectively. Number 2. It's going to be the same exact philosophy, I would say, that the Broncos had when they played Cam Newton in the Super Bowl. You might not be able to get after Lamar because he's mobile and he can run around and he can outrun you. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him in the pocket. Because they're not going to be able to run the ball against us with the running backs they have out there. I think JK, I don't really love JK, but I think he's the best option. So I think, honestly, they have no center or left tackle for this game. Keep Lamar in the pocket. Because if we can sandwich that pocket together and he can't run, we're going to get to him over and over and over again, right? Make him throw the ball and beat us to the air. Now, again, we have a very good secondary. So as long as our secondary can cover and do good, and we don't allow our defense on the field, allow our defense to be on the field 99% of the game, we should be fine. We should be okay. There should be no problems at all. Number 3, keys to victory here. We got to get this chemistry down. We got to get this chemistry down. Now, again, I believe the next, after this game, the next 4 weeks, we'll get it down. We'll get it down against opponents that are a lot easier. Not as tough as 2 divisional and back-to-back AFC North, opponents. But it doesn't matter, though. We got to get this chemistry down against a tough opponent. Because if you can do it against boo-boo competition in, the Cardinals, the Titans, the Rams, and the Seahawks, that doesn't mean anything if you can't do it against the best. We got to do it against the best. So we got to do it against teams that know us. So we got to get that chemistry down. That's number 3, keys to victory. Okay? We got to play smart. Don't play dumb. And please, Brian Callahan, message directly to you. Open up this offense. That was awful what I saw yesterday. That was a vanilla offense. There was nothing about that was creative. There was nothing about that was crazy. You ran one creative play in the whole entire game. You need to do something creative. You're not going to win if we just play a basic offense and try to get away with it. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys next one.